Tom Logan, back with another video for you. I don't know why I did the soft focus. It's kind of like that bad one on Top Gear where they did the Vaseline over the front of the lens. But anyway, today we're going to be taking a look at the ROG Strix Z690 gaming Wi-Fi. Now this is just a preview. If you're looking at this after the main launch for the 12th gen processors, then there will be a full review there for you to go and look at as well. But it's an early look that I'm allowed to publish on the 27th, so it's more of an excuse for us to have a look at the new motherboards, like the old days when we used to get excited about stuff because we could easily get them from shops. Anyway, with my best Clarkson voice being kind of like sarcastic about the easily get them from shops, I can say that 18+1 power stages. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I haven't had a review guide because the peeps at Asus haven't done their work yet. And they're sending stuff like this out to reviewers and then they don't actually tell us what's going on underneath the hood. So I know 18+1 power stages. So I'm going to assume those 18 are then parallel wired into 9 phases, because power stages into phases. And that would assume that if we've got 9 phases, then we've got a 10-stage controller. But we're never going to know because I haven't got a clue, because they've not told me yet. I don't even know the wattage, or the amperage I should say, about said stages and phases. But the formula and the ITX have 105 amp phases. So we will see. But, you know, it's one of those weird ones now where it's very early and a lot of people may say, well, Tom, you could have waited. But I'm filming this the day before that I'm actually allowed to publish the video because everything is kind of running quite late and there's an awful lot going on, but we won't waste any more time and we will get inside the box. Now, first of all, if I get hold of the cardboard as well, first look at the motherboard. Bosh! We will come back to that because I need to show you what's inside the box as well, because it's not all as easy as you might seem, because this is 42 NVMe's down here. Now, one thing I will say that I've noticed, I've also had a look at the excuse me, the white formula. And the white formula here on the PCB, this said PCIe 5. The little PCIe 5 thing is missing on this one. It's not there. I can show you a picture. But anyway, pop it off, big heatsink, couple of NVMe's, and because there are all of the gold pins, it's 16 times wired as well. So there's quite a lot of throughput available through this. The other thing that I can tell you that's different from this, from the Formula 1, is there isn't a cover over the back. So you do have to see this. It doesn't keep it as nice and tidy. Don't know why, other than the fact it's black anyway. And they did it on the Formula, it was a silver cover. So it hid within the nice white motherboardness. Yes, I did say white. So if you want to go and have a look, it's actually on the channel already because that's the first one I filmed because I got all excited about it. Anyway, that in the box. 4 SATA cables, very plain. Then you've got a Wi-Fi dongle. Again, it's the same as all the other boards. You also get a GPU support, which is the same as all the other motherboards. You can tell that I've had a look at a lot of the other motherboards already. So it's magnetic, and you can slide it up and down to help support your graphics card. You do get some stickers. Get excited, peoples, because you get some stickers to put on fans, you get some stickers to put on batteries, you get some stickers that you could put on your mum's glasses. Put them wherever you like. Just make sure they're not going to rip hairs out when they come out afterwards. And sadly, driver's CD. I was hoping we were in the realms of them all being USBs this time around. Sadly not. But they make it up to you with a rather splendid keyring. Anyway, so that's the goodies that you get in the box. And you're going to do what I do and put the box off to the side. Nice and gently. Now again, NVMe add-in card so you can chuck a couple of extra in. Now, while we are talking about NVMe's, something about this board, I won't throw this bit down on the floor, is there is an NVMe slot up here, and look, they've put a little heat pipe heatsink on it. It's quite cute, isn't it? It's like a little aliens kind of coming out. Yeah, I probably have had too much coffee today. It is quite late. But NVMe, one there, yes. Two down here, yes. Picture with it off, just so that you can have a look. And that's there so you can see it's like it's exploded. But it's obviously because I've taken pictures of this stuff already. Now, if you've not seen already, I will be surprised because I doubt whether you've come here first. If you have come here first, comment underneath. Internet cookie to you, sir. This, watch. Keep your eyeballs on that. I'm going to press that. Basically, it's a quick release button because things have been difficult and I've got lots of magic tricks, but I actually have like a very thin plastic ruler that I shove down the back of the graphics cards so that I can release this, especially when you've got big heat sinks and stuff on. It becomes a ball ache, so they've made a quick release button. You can bet your bottom dollar MSI or Gigabyte will have this copied before you know it. There'll be an NDA, there'll be a patent on it for a while, there'll be a time limit on it, but you can bet your bottom dollar they'll have it ripped off just like they did when they did BIOS flashback and all that stuff. Anyway, we will have a look around the board. Procool shielded 8 pins at the top, solid pins. Sadly, the solid pins, normally you have a couple of them up here on a 24 pin around here. Doesn't follow suit to that, which, you know, it's a Strix, I get it, but, you know, I'm still hoping. Yeah, fan header here. These are your 2 CPU fan headers there. Then you get a 3 pin and then a 4 pin RGB connector at the top. So the 3 pin is your addressable, 4 pin is your normal. Then you got your poster readout here, but then just above it are your poster lights as well. And these really do help you narrow down if you're getting any issues. Monster zoom, and I had the board on my stomach so you could see me breathing when I was doing it. Down here, USB 3.2 Gen 2, USB 3. I think it's 3.2 Gen 1. Then 6 SATAs, lovely. 2 more headers here for fans. Another fan header here. And then there are 2 hidden in there as well. So it's a kind of awkward spot in by the CPU when you think about it. Not a big fan of this, but you have got, like I said, 1 down here, 2 in there, and then a load over the top. Don't forget you can get PWM splitters. I use them loads for reviewing. Don't overthink the power requirements. As long as you're not dangling like 6 high amp fans that are always going to be run on maximum, you're probably going to be okay. I always have been. I've never managed to kill anything. Like I said, you have the NVMe's around here. Plenty of space for graphics cards, which is nice. I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to talk to you about the way that the PCI Express and stuff is wired at the moment. It's not been made particularly clear, but I will make sure I cover it in depth with box diagrams on the main review. So come back to tune in for that if you want. Then, round the back, you can see DisplayPort and HDMI. Your CPU has to have the onboard video for these to work. If you add in a direct, like a dedicated graphics card, you don't really need to use those, so you'll be okay. BIOS flashback, lots of USBs, which is great. 2.5 gig Ethernet Epic. You can also see you've got a couple of USB Type-Cs. Wi-Fi here, then you've got gold-plated connectors for your audio, and then also they light up, so you can see where you need to put your power headers. The other things I did want to say are this metal heatsink with the heat pipe is girt. All of this black is aluminium. You can see there are fins and serious weight and stuff going on all over the place. Obviously we've got our 18 plus 1 power phases around the outside of the board, but all of this is metal. Like this is metal, this tiny little bit here is plastic, but this all underneath here is metal, that's all metal. That massive chunk there is metal, all underneath is metal. The plastic here is actually just over the top of the metal that's underneath. So there's a fair amount of weight here. It is, we're obviously not testing it, but Does it need to have massive heat sinks? We're being led to believe at the moment it's because of the crazy frequency flicking and the fact that load can be put on and moved around between big cores and little cores. So this is all something we're going to keep an eye on. I'm obviously a big one for VRM temps, so I'm going to be battering this to try and find out if it is actually needed or whether it's just a full, you know, they're trying to make sure that it's not going to turn into a problem as it has in the past. Now the Strix is normally quite a popular board, and I actually thought for a Strix it was probably going to end up with more lighting on it than it did. By that I mean it's RGB. It's kind of like the thing, isn't it? Everyone loves it, and I've been a little bit kind of... Now I have my magic cable plugged in. Normally this wakes the board up for me, Shazam! And then where the lights are, the lights normally come on. Now I don't know whether it's the cable, I don't know whether the board's not been set up for a demo mode, haven't got a clue. I know that there is a little wire up here and this is plastic, so I'm assuming that this should have lit up. I don't know whether it's a problem with my board, whether they're not meant to. It's all early days, and because it's early days and very late and very limited time, I've not had a chance to get a response back from Asus, but I will endeavour to find out. It'll probably end up in the description underneath, just so that you can see. But normally at this point it would have lit up, and I did get the formula to light up, and I've had loads of other boards light up in the past. So we will see. But what I will say is you can like, comment, discuss underneath. Follow me on Twitter, on all the Instagrams, and there is a full written preview on the website if you'd like to go and pick apart all the photos as well. There will be other videos, previews, and big reviews when the NDA allows on the channel, so please do go and take a look. Congratulations for getting to the end. I'd love to see how many people get 2 internet cookies, and I'd love to read about them underneath, because the internet cookies get love from me because I do keep an eye on the comments. But I'm not going to bore you any longer, people. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please go and take a look at the other videos. But for now, at least, this is Tiny Tom Logan that's had too much coffee out.